So very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to now talk about the next important biomolecule, which is one of the most important biomolecule. Actually, the one which is controlling everything, that is enzyme. Okay. So before we start, let me talk that enzyme is generally made up of largely protein, but apart from protein there are some inorganic substances as well as some other biomolecules may be associated with it. How and what function they perform, that we will know when we will have a understanding of what enzyme is. So without much ado, let us start with our next biomolecule, that is called enzyme. So first we will start our discussion with the question, what do we mean by enzyme? What is this enzyme? Enzymes are what? They are proteinaceous biocatalysts that controls rate of reaction. So what reaction? How reaction? Actually, let me tell you that in our body, continuously several reactions are going on. Various reactions, beta. Every process is characterized by a specific type of reaction that is occurring in our body. So all these reactions together we call them metabolism. So what is metabolism? These are reactions takes place in our body. So this metabolism can be further subdivided into two types. These two types are called. Can anyone tell me what are the types of metabolisms? Yes, Nidhi? Anabolism and catabolism. So what is anabolism? What do we mean by anabolism? Yes, Nidhi. Yes, Nidhi, you can speak better. Nidhi, I cannot hear you, beta. Can anyone else tell me what is anabolism and catabolism? Yes, Ayushi.
Ma'am, anabolism is formation of complex molecules with the help of simpler one, and catabolism is vice versa of anabolism.
So formation of complex molecule from simple. So any example, anyone? Two examples you learn, it is like applicable to many types of things. It is applicable to as an example of anabolism, catabolism, combination, decomposition, exothermic, endothermic. So these examples are, for anabolism, it is photosynthesis. And in catabolism, there is production of, like, I can write that breakdown of complex molecule to simple. So now I have a question here, as this is obviously antagonistic, so it will be respiration. In a test tube in the lab, how many reactions you can perform at a time? I guess lower grades or any time you must have gone to lab and performed one or two experiments, or your subject teacher must have performed, you have seen them to perform some experiments. How many reactions at a time is possible? Class,
2 reactions.
any example where two reactions occur simultaneously?
Ma'am, redox reaction.
Redox reactions are two reactions.
Ma'am, reduction and oxidation.
That is type of reaction, beta. That is not two reaction. By two reaction, I mean to say A is getting converted to B and C is getting converted to D. How many such reaction do you think we can perform together in a test tube? Any idea, anyone? Try and guess, no problem, even if you are wrong. Class? Have you ever went to lab, chemistry lab, and performed any practical in grade 9 maybe?
No, ma'am.
No,
Grade
ma'am.
9. So you had practical book in grade 9 and 10.
No, ma'am.
No.
How come it be no, ma'am? Practical book was there.
No, ma'am, it was not there.
Actually, there is an excellent platform called OLabs. Have you heard about it?
Yes, ma'am.
So all practicals related to 9, 10th, 11th, 12th are described there. Why don't you go there and see it? You have simulator also available there. It will give you a virtual lab-like experience. Because like we make our 9th, 10th grade students perform experiments over there. So although due to thanks to Corona situation, none of us was able to visit lab, but students can at least tell me. And grade 9, 10, they have prescribed practical books, and questions come from practical skill in examination also. So I am wondering why you people didn't go for practical. I don't know. Anyways, at a time in a test tube, one reaction can continue. Why? Because the moment there is more than one or maximum more than two or three reactions simultaneously, unless and until they are connected with each other, what happens is the product of one reaction is interfering with the product of other reaction, and it's not possible to work together. But in our cell, at a time, thousands of reactions are taking place. They are connected to each other directly or indirectly, but they are doing these things are occurring under perfect control. They are never interfering with each other. They will be always under control of something. So what is this something who is controlling all these reactions? Enzyme is the biocatalyst. It doesn't change after the reaction. It is not taking part in any reaction. That means it's not a reactant, neither it is a product. It just controls the rate of reaction. Without enzyme, the rate of reactions will be too low. So let us understand what do we mean by rate of reaction. Any idea what can be the rate of reaction? When we use word rate, what comes in denominator? You studied so many rates. Yes.
Ma'am, it is time.
Very good, Anshi. So it's always time. So number of products, or as you are now aware of stoichiometry, so I will write here moles of product produced divided by time. So in your book, there is an example. I want all of you to go through it once I am done with the chapter. This is about one enzyme called carbonic anhydrase. Carbonic anhydrase work on carbonic compound, and this enzyme, without this enzyme, the speed of reaction is very slow, maybe a few molecules in hours. But in the same reaction, if that enzyme is present, it is more than 1,000 molecules in a second. So this wonder is possible by the enzyme. It increases the rate of reaction too much and control the reactions. Due to a developed mechanism in our body, you must have wondered that some people maintain themselves so nicely and some people get old or get affected to diseases very commonly. So what is the secret? Kuch log 45 में भी एकदम मस्त दिखते हैं, you cannot identify they are of 45. And some people, if you look, they look old, they look worn out. It's all about lifestyle. What we eat, because every body, if it is a normal human body, have its own mechanism to maintain the internal condition. Means आप अगर प्रॉपर खाना खा रहे हो, प्रॉपर अमाउंट की नींद ले रहे हो, if your mental peace is balanced, physical exercises आप कर रहे हो, body is having its own way to rejuvenate itself. हमारी बॉडी में अगर एक रिएक्शन में 10 मॉलिक्यूल कोई सब्सटेंस चाहिए, कंसीडर करो हमने अभी अभी बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स पढ़ा है, बॉडी में 100 मॉलिक्यूल्स कोलेस्टेरॉल चाहिए, तो 100 मॉलिक्यूल्स ही बनता है. द मोमेंट the amount of cholesterol produced is crossing 100, enzyme itself will have a mechanism which will tell, stop, I don't require any more cholesterol. You stop the mechanism. But problem what we create? We eat food which are not prescribed. We do not drink water. We are sleeping less, using mobile all the time. It is keeping our stress level up. So body is trying to manage, but it cannot manage. So we have ill effect on our health. Understood? So enzyme is so important for us that without it, it will be like too many, what I can say, sheep running in a ground here and there without any control. Because in our body, we are having metabolic pathways. If you are talking about reaction of respiration, can anyone tell me the reaction of respiration? I know you studied it in grade 10, isn't it? Anyone from you? Reaction of respiration, beta? None? Everyone forgot? Perf? Sujal? Reaction of respiration? I guess Yashvi is raising hand. Yes, Yashvi, you speak better.
Ma'am, glucose plus oxygen is equals to water plus carbon dioxide.
Very good. So do you know this single reaction that you studied in grade 10? You will study this year that it's actually not a single step. There are so many steps in between. ये जो ग्लूकोज में से आपको एटीपी मिल रहा है, इसके बीच में 2 mechanisms है, that is glycolysis, 3 actually, glycolysis, TCA cycle and electron transport. And it's like not one reaction, more than 10 to 20 reactions, small reactions, in which A is getting converted to B, B is getting converted to C, C is getting converted to D. This whole pathway is there. We call them pathways because it's not a single reaction. It is cascade of reaction in which one substance is getting converted to other and the other substance is getting converted into some other. So you can understand if in a cascade of reaction A is getting converted to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, ऐसे करके अगर एक रिएक्शन है, अगर किसी वजह से बी सी में कन्वर्ट नहीं हुआ, आने वाला पूरा रिएक्शन विल बी हैफेजर्ड. डू यू अग्री और विथ मी और नॉट?
Yes, ma'am.
डाइसेस देखे हैं कभी?
Yes, ma'am.
डाइसेस, आई गेस ऑल ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव सीन सच वीडियोस के एक ऐसे डाइसेस को डिस्टेंस में खड़ा किया जाता है. इफ वन इज फॉलिंग एक कास्केड ऑफ रिएक्शन से, अगर इसको मैं यहाँ से पुश करूं, इफ इट फॉल्स इट विल हिट दिस वन, इट विल हिट दिस वन, ऐसे करके हर एक साथ में गिर जाएंगे. सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ रिएक्शन इज देयर इन केस ऑफ दिस बायोकेमिकल पाथवे. सो इफ किसी वजह से बी सी में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो पाया, सी बनेगा ही नहीं तो डी नहीं बनेगा, डी नहीं बनेगा तो ई नहीं बनेगा, ई नहीं बनेगा तो एफ नहीं बनेगा, एफ नहीं बनेगा तो जी नहीं बनेगा. So in our body, these chains of reactions are connected with each other. So without enzyme, हम मतलब हाथी के झुंड के सामने बैठे रहने वाली बात हो जाएगी. So enzyme is required to control the rate of reaction. It will decide that reaction should occur or not, or even if occur, it is occurring in what speed which is ideal for the reaction. Is this part clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will move ahead now
Yes, ma'am.
with the secret behind enzyme success. Why enzyme is so much successful? What is so special about the enzyme? Let me jot down the reasons of the secret behind enzyme success. Actually, the correct orientation of molecules are required You must be wondering कि ये क्या है ना हमें कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Actually, let me tell you something. Consider in a liquid, I took two reactants, reactant A and reactant B. Let me consider it like this. How do you think reactant A react with reactant B? What actually happen in chemical reaction? Or like why substance react with each other? Yes,
Product is formed.
I can understand product is formed, but how product is formed? What is the basic funda of chemical reaction?
A is reacting with B or B reacting with A and form a new product.
Why?
To stabilize themselves.
Yes, very good answer. To stabilize themselves. So it does what actually? What it does to stabilize themselves?
Exchanging of ions.
Ions. Sure. Which part of atom is always involved in reaction? Whose, what I can say, whose presence ensures the reaction? Which part of atom? What are the parts of atom?
Electron, proton and neutrons.
So who is involved in reaction always?
Electron.
Electron.
Either
Electron.
it get donated, accepted, share, isn't it? So that
Yes, ma'am.
means for that you
Yes.
require a correct orientation. How? When I'm talking about big molecules, that is biomolecules, they have a specific shape, beta. How come? Let me tell you. You know, we studied about amino acids that are C double bond O OH, H NH2. There is NH2. CR dash. I hope all of you can recognize this amino acid structure. Now, I am representing both of them as a spherical structure. Consider this is one amino acid and this is another amino acid. Consider this part is the COOH part. This part is the NH2 part. So for reaction, these two parts are important or not? This part, this part, this part, and this part. Yes or no? Other parts
Yes,
are
ma'am.
also important, but basic thing is
Yes.
that
ma'am.
these two parts should come close to each other, close enough so that H2O can be removed and this oxygen can form a bond with nitrogen. Isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
all these molecules are suspended in a liquid. Do you think they are stable? They stay at one place, do not move.
No, ma'am.
So you will learn in chemistry this year only a theory that is called collision theory. So what is this collision theory? Actually, for a reaction, for a specific reaction, two molecules need to come close to each other. So they need to collide with each other. वो एक दूसरे से उनका टकराना जरूरी है. But if consider I like divide these parts as A, B, C, D and divide this part X, Y, Z and let's say L. If A part is colliding with L part, will there be any reaction?
No, ma'am.
B is colliding with X part.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
D is
No, ma'am.
colliding with L.
No, ma'am.
When there will be reaction? When B is colliding with the L, isn't it? So out
Yes,
of
ma'am.
the collisions that is possible, you can see many collisions are possible. Just say AL, then BL. Let me, if I write it down properly here. We can have many collision AL, BL, CL, BL. Similarly, AX, VX, CX, VX, AY, VY, CY, DY, AZ, BZ, CZ, DZ. You will notice only in one case you will have the formation of peptide bond, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the percentage, अगर हम इसको consider करें that only 1 out of 16 collisions is giving you the effective facility of bond formation. So that is why when energy we are providing for enzyme to react, they collide. Molecules take that energy, they move, they collide with each other, but 1 out of 16 is effective. It depends. I just give you an example because like I classified the molecule into 4 areas. Actually, there are many areas. So very less percentage of area is giving you effective collision. So what enzyme does? So that's why naturally without enzyme molecules keep on colliding, or by chance जब effective area में collision होगा there is reaction. That's why rate of reaction is quite less. Whereas the case where enzyme is present, उसके केस में क्या होता है? Enzyme will do what? Enzyme will do the hold the substrates. So it will actually hold down the substrate in a way that always the V is coming close to L. Understand? So what will happen? Production rate will increase or not? Class? Am I making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Kanvi,
Yes, ma'am.
you understood, beta? Kanvi, have you understood this part? Are you there with us?
मैम आपने ये जो बोला कि बी हमेशा एल के साथ ही कोलाइड करेगा, तो ए एक्स के साथ कर सकता है या किसी और के साथ नहीं कर सकता है कोलाइड?
मैंने नहीं बोला कि बी हमेशा एल के साथ ही कोलाइड करेगा। मैंने बोला ये सारे कॉम्बिनेशंस हो सकते हैं, कोई भी किसी के साथ जब मर्जी कोलाइड कर सकता है, बट रिएक्शन सिर्फ तब होगा जब बी एल के साथ कोलाइड करेगा। बाकी केसेस में अगर ये वाला आर जो है ये एच के साथ कोलाइड करे, विल देयर बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड?
नो मैम। नो मैम।
अगर ये NH2 के साथ कोलाइड करे, विल देयर बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड? नो।
नो मैम।
Only if this COOH is colliding with this NH2, there will be formation of a bond. Okay, so that is what is done by enzyme, and it is the main secret of enzyme to give you the better production rate. So once all of you are giving me green signal that you understood this concept, we will go to the next secret of enzymes, activity. Anyone, any doubt, beta?
No ma'am.
Great.
So, ma'am.
So now we will move ahead towards the next secret, that is called lowering activation energy.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, can you please show the previous page once again?
Yes, I can, and I think you can take a snapshot so that it will be easy for you to understand.
Thank you, ma'am.
So activation energy of it will be activation energy of enzyme. So what do we mean by this? Have you ever wondered that in a chemical reaction, some reactions are very spontaneous, they occur by its own? Can you give me any example of such spontaneous reaction जो अपने आप हो जाता है, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है? You should know. आप बता सकते हैं अगर चाहते हैं तो.
Reaction of sodium with air.
Very good, very good. That sodium metal को हम air के contact पे लाते ही वो अपने आप burn कर जाता है. But some reaction do not occur like that, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
हमें
Yes,
उनको
ma'am.
heat देनी पड़ती है. You must have studied in grade 10. Either we have to heat them, we have to give them electricity. For example, electrolysis of water. We have to give it electricity. For decomposition of sodium chloride, silver chloride or silver bromide, we need to give them light. So certain reactions require some energy to work. Okay, so why should someone go for production of products? कोई भी reaction जब reactant होता है, it is converting itself into product, उसके पास इसके लिए एक रीजन होनी चाहिए. ओके, जैसे हम इंसानों के पास we always do not have reason to do something. कुछ चीज हम इसलिए करते हैं कि हमें अच्छा लगता है, maybe they are not reasonable at all, है ना? वैसे आजकल के बच्चों के पास थोड़ा कम लाइक ईज का टाइम रहता है. यू पीपल हैव वेरी टाइट शेड्यूल. हमने बचपन में बड़े सारे चीज की है जो मतलब जिसको करने का कोई मतलब नहीं है, फिर भी हमने किए क्योंकि मजा आया. सो विदाउट हार्मिंग एनीवन, बाबा आई मस्ट मेंशन, पता चला किसी ने किसी को मार दिया कि मजा आया. एनीवेज, reactant to product formation, there should be a reason behind it. Why do you think any reactant get converted into product? What can be the motivation for it? कोई रिएक्टेंट क्यों प्रोडक्ट में जाएगा? Any idea, anyone? Because it is possible only when the reactant energy is high and product energy is low. And I told you that day also, I was telling you, for any kind of reaction, actually, or any physical process also, any system in the universe wish to go for a low energy stage. ठीक है? Wish to go for a stage which is of stability, which is of low energy. जब किसी भी इंसान के पास बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी हो जाता है, he will or she will use it for draining purpose. जैसे आप आज सुबह उठ के बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी फील कर रहे हैं, डिपेंडिंग ऑन यू ऑब्वियसली. कोई दिन आप देखना आप बहुत सारी चीजें कर लेते हो, और कोई दिन यू डोंट फील लाइक डूइंग, नहीं यार आज तो सोने का ही मन कर रहा है. So when we have energy available with us, we have a tendency to spend it and come back to the low energy stage. It is natural tendency of everyone. Let me give you an example. आप जैसे सोडियम का एग्जांपल आपके फ्रेंड ने दिया, सोडियम में जितनी एनर्जी है when it is free in the free form, in sodium oxide the energy level will be less, it will be more stable than the sodium. That's why sodium is interested into getting converted into sodium oxide. Okay, now obviously the low energy form. चलो एक और सिंपल एग्जांपल देते. पता है हम एक बॉल को ऊपर लेके जाए, कंसीडर करो एक बॉल को हम ऊपर लेके जाए, छोड़ दे तो क्या होगा?
नीचे गिर जाएगा.
क्यों? ऊपर क्या प्रॉब्लम है उसको? यू नो के ऊपर उसको ग्रेविटेशन नीचे की तरफ खींचेगा, इतना झमेला क्यों करूं? लेट मी गेट बैक इनटू अ लो एनर्जी स्टेट व्हेन आई एम इन द ग्राउंड. हम भी रहना चाहते हैं, जब भी मर्जी करे अरे यार सो जाते, लो एनर्जी स्टेट, आई डोंट हैव टू स्पेंड मच एनर्जी. जब मैं रन कर रही हूँ हाई एनर्जी स्टेज, isn't it? So reactant to product is a conversion of high energy to low energy. Now then why all reactants are not getting converted to product? What is stopping them? क्यों ऐसा होता है? कुछ reactions आराम से हो जाते हैं, कुछ reactions नहीं हो पाते हैं. We need to give them a help. What occur actually in the reaction? Reaction मतलब क्या है? You people told me that reaction means donation, acceptance, or sharing of electron, isn't it? Yes or no? Class, reaction हो रहा है मतलब इनमें से कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा ही. But do you agree with me? Great.
Yes.
So, in other word, can I tell that it is nothing but breaking and making of bonds? जैसे कि समझो मेरे पास हाइड्रोजन है प्लस ऑक्सीजन है, इससे मैं H2O बना रही हूँ। तो हो क्या रहा है एक्चुअली, ये दो हाइड्रोजन्स के बीच में बॉन्ड था, ऑक्सीजन के बीच में बॉन्ड था, और यहाँ ऐसा सिचुएशन है। So unless and until this bond between hydrogen is broken, this bond between oxygen is broken, do you think that they can participate and make new bonds? Do you think, beta? Can they do that? जब तक ये दो हाइड्रोजन के बीच में बॉन्ड है और ये दो ऑक्सीजन के बीच में बॉन्ड है, can they go and make H2O? Is it possible that they will produce H2O? Perf, can you tell me if you understood this part? पुराने bonds, this is not actually applicable for relationship. हाँ, हमारे रिलेशनशिप, इसका मतलब ये नहीं नए दोस्त बनाने के लिए हम सारे पुराने दोस्तों से दोस्ती तोड़ दें, बट इन केस ऑफ एटम डू यू अग्री कि जब तक पुराने बॉन्ड्स नहीं टूटेंगे तब तक नए बॉन्ड्स नहीं बन सकते हैं? डू यू
Yes,
अग्री
ma'am.
विथ मी?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
सो ऑब्वियसली जब कोई बॉन्ड ब्रेक होगा, मेक होगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेशन होगा, एक्सेप्टेंस होगा, शेयरिंग होगा, उसके लिए एनर्जी चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए?
चाहिए।
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
जैसे एक रास्ते में बम्पर होता है ना, जैसे ये सीधा रास्ता चल रहा है, फिर एक बम्पर होता है और उसके बाद समझो एक ढलान है ऐसा, तो एक बॉल जो है ये यहाँ से जा रहा है, वो अगर यहाँ पहुंच गया तो फिर अपने आप क्या करेगा, आगे बढ़ेगा, उसको कुछ देखने की मुझे जरूरत नहीं है। व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस एरिया इज हैविंग स्लोप, बट उसको यहाँ से यहाँ तक पहुंचने के लिए, यहाँ से यहाँ तक पहुंचने के लिए I need to give it some energy, I need to give it some energy so that it can cross this bumper. Do you agree or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
वैसे ही रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट के बीच में एक ऐसा बम्पर रहता है, दिस इज रिएक्टेंट, दिस इज प्रोडक्ट, इनकी एनर्जी लेवल में एक बम्पर रहता है। लेट अस ड्रॉ एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम, इट विल बी मोर easy to understand. If I like kind of plot a graph like this, and if I then start describing it in a way that in x-axis there is time, and in like y-axis we can write it either as free energy or we can call potential energy. It's in some different book it is mentioned different. Both of them are similar concepts, so there is nothing to worry about it. In short, आप इतना समझो energy. So what happens is, if reactant is having this energy level, then product will be having this energy level. So if this is the energy level of reactant, this is the energy level of product, and this is known as activation energy. Okay, but let me tell you, if I am using enzyme, the whole scenario change. How? The activation energy or the energy level of reactant will be same, but the EA, product energy level, will also be same. But the EA, that is enzyme activational energy, is, so this is without enzyme. This is with enzyme. So can you see कि इतनी difference होगी, which is huge. तो आप भी जानते हो कि बम्पर जितना ऊंचा होगा, मुझे अगर इस साइड से कोई चीज पुश करके उस साइड भेजनी है तो एनर्जी मुझे ज्यादा चाहिए. सो कंसीडर किसी के पास 1000 जूल एनर्जी है और ये 1000 जूल एनर्जी में से conversion of one A to B will take 100 joule. In absence of enzyme, तो 1000 जूल में कितने मॉलिक्यूल्स B बनेंगे स्टूडेंट्स?
10.
Very simple, that it will form only 10 molecules of B. This is the first case. This is in absence of enzyme. But similarly, if I have 1000 joule energy and for conversion of A to B, I will be requiring 1 joule in presence of enzyme. Then how many molecules of A can be converted into B? 1000 molecules.
1000.
So you understood the importance of enzyme. ऐसा नहीं है कि
Yes.
enzymes के बगैर B और A का reaction नहीं होगा, but it will be extremely slow because the activation energy required will be too high. Understood? But in enzyme क्या करता है, जो मैंने first आपको बताया कि वो orient कर लेता है substrates को, so that the collision is at proper position. It helps the substrate to react. वो अपने आप को चेंज नहीं करता है, इट इज हेल्पिंग ओनली. ऐसा नहीं है एंजाइम किसी के साथ परमानेंट बाइंडिंग बनाएगा, बट इट विल मैनेज इट इन दैट वे. इज दिस पार्ट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. I want all of you to go through both the things and tell me once again why. Because if you go for any kind of video lectures or any books, nowhere these concepts are explained like this, the way I explained to you. So it will be a bit confused for you to like, especially ये वाला जो concept है ना, first वाला जो मैंने आपको बताया कि correct orientation. In chemistry it is there. You will study about effective collision in grade 11 itself. But in this case it's not there. So I am confirming once again, these two concepts are well understood to all of you.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Let's move ahead into the next part. So depending on like where enzyme is acting, consider there is a cell. Substances are coming inside, and inside cell only the lysosome is releasing the enzyme and reaction is occurring inside the cell only. In such situation we call these enzymes as endoenzymes. So endoenzymes are enzymes which are present inside the cell. But let's talk about the digestive system of ours. You know, in our case we have stomach considered. isn't it? It's a J-shaped structure. जो enzymes होते हैं, do they conduct digestion inside cell or outside cell? In case of stomach,
Outside cell.
yes, because the lining of the cell is made up of, lining of the stomach is made up of the cells, and all these cells are responsible for secretion of enzymes into the lumen, or I can say the cavity of stomach, and substances are getting digested there. So we call such things as exoenzyme. So depending on the location of enzyme action, we can classify them as endoenzymes and exoenzymes. Now let us have a look into the properties of enzyme. What are the properties of enzyme which make them very unique? First of all, first property of enzyme is not exactly that unique. It is chemical nature. I told you before and only the chemical nature of enzyme is, it is made up of protein. The major part of enzyme is made up of what? It is made up of protein. Next is molecular weight. Enzymes can be very big molecules. Obviously not so big that you can see them by naked eyes without microscope, but they can be big, very big. For example, they can be having a size of 6,000 kilodalton. This is an unit in which the weight of molecule is measured in biomolecules. It is, example is bacterial ferredoxin. It's having this size 2. It can be having a size of 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kilodalton, which is the enzyme called pyruvate dehydrogenase. So you can see comparatively how big or small they can be. Okay. Now let's talk about the next property of enzyme, that is chemical activity. What is this chemical activity? In this case, we must mention it controls rate of reaction. Now, one question I was expecting from all of you, but response I didn't get. That is, sometimes I say it increase the rate of reaction. Sometimes I say that it controls the rate of reaction. So is increase or control synonymous words? Are they synonymous? Or do you think it is synonymous?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
नहीं ना? तो फिर मैं क्यों दोनों को यूज कर रही हूँ? Actually, enzyme is increasing the rate of reaction. If you ask me, it increase the rate of reaction. But in our body, enzymes can be controlled. Production of enzyme can be controlled. So our DNA is controlling the enzyme, and enzyme is controlling the rate of reaction, and rate of reaction is reflected as characters. Let me give one example. For example, you know, many of us are having, like I myself is a bit darker in complexion. Some are fairer. So can you tell me which pigment decides the complexion of a person? Yes, Ayushi?
Melanin.
So more melanin, more darker is the complexion, isn't it? More there will be melanin, more will be the darker complexions. So here comes my question, that it is present in all our DNA, that how actually enzyme should be produced. How many atoms or how many molecules of enzyme should be produced? Enzyme molecules, number of enzyme molecules and its production will decide the rate of reaction. More there will be enzyme, more there will be rate of reaction, so production of product, that is melanin. And more melanin is there, the complexion will be darker. So these things are interrelated with each other. That's why although enzyme actually increase the rate of reaction, but indirectly it is controlling the rate of reaction too. We cannot say that it's only increase the rate of reaction. Let's get back to the next property. That is property number 4, that it is a changeless form. It is a changeless form. That means if before a reaction one is having 10 molecules of enzyme, after reaction also it will have same number of molecules, because while accelerating the rate of reaction, it will never ever change its own structure. It will remain same, and they are reusable. Actually, they are reusable. We can reuse. We can actually reuse same enzyme for thousands of the reaction. That way we can conserve their function. Next property is actually it's called reversibility of reaction. I wish मैं ये चैप्टर आपको तब पढ़ाती जब आप इक्विलिब्रियम चैप्टर पढ़ लेते केमिस्ट्री में. It would have been really easy for me to teach you. Now, what do we mean by this reversibility of reaction? You know, if in a reaction is like A to B, then B is getting back into A. This type of reaction is called reversible reaction. अब कहानी में ट्विस्ट क्या है? enzyme actually increase rate of both the reaction, मतलब वो A to B formation का rate को increase करता है और B से A formation की भी rate को enzyme increase करती है. तो अब क्वेश्चन ये माइंड में आएगा कि मैम अगर वो दोनों के रेट्स को इंक्रीज करता है तो 5 मॉलिक्यूल ए बी में कन्वर्ट हो गया, 5 मॉलिक्यूल बी ए में भी कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. तो इस तरीके से तो कभी कुछ होने ही नहीं वाला है. बट वी आर सीइंग प्रोडक्ट, इजंट इट? यस और नो?
Yes, ma'am.
क्या कंफ्यूजिंग सी बात कर रहे हो मैम? आप लोग सोच रहे हो मन में कि मैम आज बोल क्या रहे हैं? फोटोसिंथेसिस में हमने हमेशा देखा ग्लूकोज बनता है. अब आप बोल रहे हो फोटोसिंथेसिस के आगे के पीछे के दोनों रिएक्शन करेंगे तब तो ग्लूकोज बनेंगे ही नहीं. जैसे ही बनेंगे वापस से वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और वाटर में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. एक्चुअली बेटा, हियर इज द ट्विस्ट इन द स्टोरी. टू increase the rate of forward reaction ये आप केमिस्ट्री में पढ़ोगे इक्विलिब्रियम में. देयर इज अ प्रिंसिपल कॉल्ड ला शाटेलियर्स प्रिंसिपल. इट इज लाइक दैट. देयर शुड बी constant removal of जो हमारी बॉडी में होता है. क्या होगा, जैसे ही 5 मॉलिक्यूल बी बनेगा, इसको तुम लेके कहीं और भेज दो एंड इट शुड डू इट्स वर्क. ओके, सो द मोमेंट बी रिमेन्स अनयूटिलाइज्ड, जैसे ही बी कंसीडर करो आपको 10 मॉलिक्यूल्स बी चाहिए. जैसे ही फर्स्ट मॉलिक्यूल बी बना, जैसे ही फर्स्ट मॉलिक्यूल बी प्रोड्यूस हुआ, किसी ने उसको यूटिलाइज कर लिया. सो सेकेंड मॉलिक्यूल बी बना, किसी ने उसको भी यूटिलाइज कर लिया. ऐसे करके जितने भी मॉलिक्यूल्स बी बनते गए, सबने उसको यूटिलाइज कर लिया. अब आपकी जो 11 नंबर बी का मॉलिक्यूल है, इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, क्योंकि आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट कितनी है, 10. ये जो 11वां मॉलिक्यूल है, इट इज नॉट यूटिलाइज्ड. सो जैसे ही इट इज नॉट यूटिलाइज्ड, बी विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू ए. तो वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन. एंड दैट वे एंजाइम इंश्योर्स के रिसोर्सेज जो है उसकी वेस्टेज ना हो. सो एंजाइम को फंक्शनल रहने के लिए एंड फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन रहते होने के लिए it is necessary that product needs to be constantly removed from the source. अगर प्रोडक्ट की कांस्टेंट रिमूवल नहीं हुआ, तो फिर वो एंजाइम कैटालाइज्ड रिएक्शन बंद हो जाएगा. बंद हो जाएगा मतलब जैसे ही प्रोडक्ट आते जाएंगे उस एरिया में जमा होता जाएगा, प्रोडक्ट विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू रिएक्टेंट. बाहर से हमें देख के लगेगा कि रिएक्शन इज स्टॉप, कोई रिएक्शन हो नहीं रहा है, बट एक्चुअली ऐसा नहीं होगा. हम बोलेंगे कि रिएक्शन इज इन इक्विलिब्रियम. अंडरस्टूड दिस पार्ट
मैम?
चलो एक मैं और अच्छी एग्जांपल इसकी देती हूँ. इट विल बी वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड. पता है घर पे मेहमान आते हैं तो मम्मी पूरी तल रही होती है.
यस.
और एक जन सर्व करता है. तुम क्या करते हो, भाग के मम्मी के पास जाते हो, इसके पास जाते हो. तो मम्मी कब पूरी तलना बंद करती है,
जब सबको सफिशिएंट मिल जाए.
मतलब पूरी बचने लगती है थाली में. Isn't it?
यस.
मम्मी ने 5 पूरी बनाया, 3 मेहमान ने खा लिया. आप थाली लेके रसोई में जा रहे हो, खाली थाली देख के मम्मी को सिग्नल मिल गया कि भाई अब तो मुझे और पूरी बनाने हैं, लोग खा रहे हैं. मम्मी ने और 5 बनाया, वापस से खाली वापस आ रहा है. ऐसे करके 20-25 होने के बाद मम्मी देख रही थी अब तो कोई नहीं खा रहा है, हर बार मेरी बेटी या बेटा वापस आ रहा है तो 2-3 पूरी रह रहे हैं. तो नाउ शी विल कैलकुलेट, अच्छा हम दोनों खाना बाकी है, हम इतने खाएंगे तो इतने ही बनेंगे. अंडरस्टूड? सेम mechanism is here. I hope with this simple example it is more easy for you to understand.
मैम?
Yes बेटा.
तो मैम ये जो बी है वो फिर दूसरे ए मॉलिक्यूल में कन्वर्ट होगा.
हाँ, दूसरे ए मॉलिक्यूल मतलब ए में कन्वर्ट होगा. दूसरा मतलब
हाँ, बट उसी प्लेस में नहीं जिसके साथ उसने रिएक्ट.
बी ने ए के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं किया बेटा, ए बी में कन्वर्ट हुआ. ए इज रिएक्टेंट, बी इज प्रोडक्ट. बी ने कैसे ए के साथ रिएक्ट किया? रिएक्शन कैसे लिखते हैं? जो एरो होता है, जो ऐसे एरो होता है, उसके लेफ्ट साइड में रिएक्टेंट रहता है, राइट साइड में प्रोडक्ट रहता है ना. अंडरस्टूड?
मैम ये तो समझ आ गया कि ए बी में कन्वर्ट हो गया, फिर वो कन्वर्ट होने के बाद वापस ए में कैसे है वो फिर से समझाओ ना.
अरे बाबा, ए बी में कन्वर्ट हुआ, बी अगर यूज हो गया अच्छी बात है. अगर नहीं यूज हो गया, जैसे एंजाइम ए से बी के कन्वर्जन को कैटलाइज कर रहा है, वो बी से ए के कन्वर्जन को कैटलाइज करेगा। प्रोसेस तो सेम ही होगा बेटा। कंसीडर
Okay, ma'am.
करो H2 और O2 जुड़ के H2O बन रहा है, H2O ब्रेक डाउन होके H2 और O2 बनेंगे।
Yes, ma'am.
It is called reversible reaction. Understood, Ayushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Kanvi was raising hand. Kanvi, you have a doubt, beta?
Ma'am, I have the same doubt and it's clear now.
Great, great. Anyone else wish to ask anything else, beta? So let's quickly have a look into the other properties. Sixth property of enzyme is its high efficiency. It is very efficient and like increase the rate of reaction in leaps and bounds. I told you in your textbook there is an example of carbonic anhydrase. Go through it, you will understand. Seventh is its specificity. I told you it is very specific. I taught you about stereoisomer. At that time I told you कि अगर वो D को accept कर रहा है तो वो D को accept करेगा. Even if L is having same chemical formula, it will not accept this. Next is temperature sensitivity. अब कोई ये मुझे बता सकता है कि why like enzymes are temperature sensitive? अगर आप प्रोटीन का 3 डायमेंशनल स्ट्रक्चर सोचो तो you will be able to answer this question. Why do you think they are temperature sensitive? Chalo, I will give you an example. Consider one lock is there. It's opening with a specific key. So what is happening when this key is getting inserted into lock?
Ma'am, there is a specific shape of key which enables the lock to open.
Okay. So if you can look into these examples I provided to you, to make B and L fit into its cavity, this shape of cavity is very important, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what will happen if I increase temperature without any control?
Ma'am, the shape of it will not be maintained.
हमने पढ़ा है ना, protein will get what? Denaturation, no? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So same point I can write here. Another point. Can I write pH sensitivity? अब सोचो ये कहाँ से पिक्चर में आया? Why this is coming under in the picture? टेम्परेचर तक तो सही था कि भाई 3D स्ट्रक्चर चला जाएगा तो it will not fit into. Why pH is coming up here?
Ma'am, it will affect the bonds.
Very good, Ayush.
Ma'am,
Yes, बोलो बेटा, यशवी.
yes, ma'am, I am also having same answer with her.
If you can remember, I taught you that there is an isoelectric pH in which the amino acids act as a zwitter ion. That means it will have acidic as well as basic property. आपने अगर pH को change किया, it will be either acidic or basic. That shift is there. You can remember I taught you while I was teaching you structure of amino acid.
Yes, ma'am.
तो अगर अमाइनो एसिड की नेचर चेंज होगा, then the bond between them will change, and if the bond between them will change, कल ही हमने पढ़ा है कि हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड, हाइड्रोफिलिक हाइड्रोफोबिक इंटरैक्शन, वैन डर वाल्स फोर्सेस, कोवलेंट बॉन्ड, डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड, ये सभी बॉन्ड्स डिसाइड करते हैं कि उसका 3 डायमेंशनल स्ट्रक्चर कैसा। So obviously अगर ऐसा है कि उसकी 3 डायमेंशनल स्ट्रक्चर चेंज हो रहा है, that enzyme will be there but it will no longer be able to function. तो वो किसी काम का नहीं है ना. That's why enzymes are very much sensitive to temperature and pH. they work in a range. Obviously 1 or 2 degrees centigrade temperature increase में कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. But if you increase in leaps and bounds, obviously there will be effect. Last point I just wish to add up here, it's about poisons. So what are poisons? These poisons or effectors, they are molecules, they occupy the active site of enzyme. मतलब enzyme की जिस site में substrate bind होगा ना, उस site को poison occupy कर लेता है. तो क्या problem होगा? Enzyme का structure is maintained, everything is done, everything is nicely there, but enzyme cannot function. Why? Substrate cannot bind with the enzyme, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
अगर आप ये लॉक का जो ये वाला पार्ट है इसमें वैक्स डाल दो, लॉक किसी काम का नहीं, क्योंकि की अंदर जा ही नहीं सकता है. So same is the role of poison. So that's all about properties of enzyme. Today we learned a lot. Let me once again tell you what are the things we learned. Today we started our class with defining what is enzyme and what are the metabolism types and what is the role of enzyme, that we studied that it increased the rate of reaction. Then we studied 2 secrets behind enzyme success. These are correct orientation of molecules and lowering the activation energy of enzyme. Next, we studied about the types of enzymes as per location, that is endo and exoenzymes. And then we studied 10 properties of enzyme. Anyone, any doubt in any of this mentioned part? Beta, any questions?
No, ma'am.
No.
Great, then you follow the lecture and let me know. We will discuss about the doubts tomorrow then. Okay?
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, I have doubt in chapter 1 question.
Hi, chapter 1. Okay, great. Tell me.
What do we learn from identification of individuals and populations?
What do we learn from identification of individuals and population? When we try and identify individual, we are like exactly studying each and every organisms, isn't it? But this is called variation. We cannot take it up to the level of a population. But when there are 2 populations, so what is population? Population means group of species. So when I am observing or identifying a population, that means I am identifying characters which are common for a group of organisms. जैसे तुम में और मुझ में बहुत डिफरेंसेस हैं. हमारी नाक की शेप, आंखों की शेप, कंप्लेक्शन, हेयर टेक्सचर, these are all our individual things that we can identify. But when I'm talking about population, all of us are part of human population, and identification of human population is by means of common characters, which are similar in case of everyone. Understood, Ayushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything
Yes,
else,
ma'am.
anyone?
और मैम आपने जो वीडियो अपलोड किया ना, तो मतलब प्लेलिस्ट में दिख नहीं रहता. आप एक बार लिंक सेंड कर सकते हो उस वीडियो की?
जितने वीडियोस मैंने अपलोड किए उनमें से कुछ नहीं दिख रहे हैं.